is live. Welcome, Spreaker, the people across the globe. And we are going 3, 2, 1. Facebook. What's going on, everyone? This is the Joe Show. We are joined by Chad. Fucking Chad, can you give us a little how do you do? Hello. Uh-oh. Nice.
I was waiting for your stream to pop up.
Okay. I was going to... Hey, there's Chad.
I'm here.
Chad joined the room. This is good. This is going to be good fun. What do you want to open up with? I mean, there's so much to get to. We got the Sabres offseason, what's going to go on with that. The Frozen Four coming to Buffalo. We got A-B and Juju. You want to get that out of the way and talk about that?
No, we can do the Sabres first, and then...
You want to go Sabres?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, to tell you the truth, but I'm down for it. Let me get my... because I had A-B lined up for the... Because, I play highlights.
Oh, shit, yes.
So, it's okay. I'm just going to have, Phil Housley getting fired and interviewed about it. So, playing on the screen. So, there we go. Yeah, so...
you got interviewed after the firing?
I'm just it's just a bunch of interviews. It's the interview and that interview and then interviews of him losing and stuff like that. But it's just for showmanship. You know how we roll. But let's see here. So yeah, obviously Buffalo has a lot to do this offseason, and they got to it right away. As soon as they fired Phil Housley, which I was so excited to get him, dude. A defensive-minded. Anytime there's a defensive-minded head coach, I'm excited. I'm ready to roll. But he just didn't act like it. He didn't act aggressive, because defensive-minded coach. What do you expect off the bat? Not only great defensive development, but you expect aggressiveness, right? You expect shots from the point. You expect them to take chances when on offense because their defense is built for that. But we didn't get that with him at all. And for getting, Rasmus Dahlin, I'm sorry. I think he should have played a hell of a lot better having a defensive guru such as fucking Phil Housley. And what's your opinion? I mean, Dahlin played great. I know he's young and he has a lot to learn, but with the guru, like I said, with the defensive-minded coach, do you agree that he should have been playing or groomed a little better?
I don't know. I said it all season long, and I was mad about it. I wasn't that impressed with Dahlin, dude. I think there was every time that he had the puck, I expected a turnover, and usually they led to big scoring chances for the other team.
Yeah, he had basic skills. He lacked the basic skills to get it out of the zone. But keep going.
Yeah, I think he should have done better considering he went number 1 overall. And
he was number 1 overall. Shit.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Obama. I don't know. I just love. Isn't it fun? It's nothing against his skin color, ethnicity. It's just Obama. It's just the name. He didn't even do anything wrong. It's that name. It just rolls off the tongue when you're mad. Obama. No, but he's good. He's doing great things. But yeah, continue. Anyway, we're still lining too, for that matter. What the fuck's going on with that?
I don't know. I think Ristolainen played okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, under Phil Housley, they should have done better. But
sure,
Rasmus Dahlin, hopefully he's better. He's a young guy. What is he? 19, 20?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he. What's up, Steve? Thanks for joining. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, he's very young. I'm having troubles with the website, so if I don't get to you guys, I apologize. It's not giving me the cursor. It's giving me the wavy line thing. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I think we're faulting out here. But it's still working enough to where we can do a show. But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. Bogosian, there's another guy who, as long as he's healthy, he's good. I think honestly, people are talking about getting rid of Rasmus Ristolainen for trade. He's got trade value. What gives him trade value is his contract. He's got 4 or 5 years left on his contract, and then he's at what, 5.75 million. That's cheap, man. That's like second line caliber pay, and we got him on line 1. So like honestly, I think we should keep him just because of his skill. Put him at number 2. Keep Rasmus Dahlin at 1, and then go out and then put Rasmus Ristolainen and Zach Bogosian at 2, and try to find that number 1 defender. Maybe it's that Montour dude. I don't know. We technically, on paper, we have a fucking stacked defense. We got, the worst one you can say is McCabe, and at number 5, and then number 6 you can argue Nelson. I don't really like him, but you can pick up a number 6 anywhere. Definitely not in the draft.
Yeah.
It's different from the NFL, but
I definitely don't like Casey Nelson.
No, me neither.
No, he's a bum.
When they pulled him up his first year towards the end of the season, I loved him. I thought he was fantastic. I was like, this kid's gonna do things for us, and then nothing. I don't know.
We do have like Lawrence Pilot still.
Pilot, there you go. There's a perfect example. I love Pilot. I thought Pilot did better than Dahlin at sometimes. What's up, Jamie? What do you got?
Yeah.
Jamie Phillips, Chris King, Haley Clark joined in. Jamie says, we got a good team, but the coaching, bro, something needs to change. It is changing. They fired him. But no, you're absolutely right. Change it, Jamie. Go Ducks. Oh, I'm wearing the old school Ducks hat. I don't know if you noticed. Haley gave us a Go Ducks thing. I saw this. I couldn't resist, man. I thought it was a cool hat. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. On paper, dude, and with Phil Housley, we should have had a great defense. And we still, it was like nothing changed. When we had Ted Nolan, when we had Bilesma, we were taking 40, almost 50 shots a night. I think maybe they shut it off 10 shots. And we had I like Allmark. He's great. And I loved fucking Hutton, but he's a drama queen, man. Every time there was a whistle, he would go to the bench and wipe his face with a towel. He couldn't handle sweat. He tried keeping his hair perfect. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. That Bruins Sabres game we went to, third row, dude, you just see the body language of players. There are players and stuff like that. Okay, this is the thing that got me. I'm listening to Buff. The reason why I wanted to go at 1, I wanted people to listen to. I want to pretend like we are syndicated along with the Instigators, which is a hockey program from 10 to 1 with Andrew Peters and Craig Revay, because they're the only actual Buffalo radio that is doing Buffalo good. All the other ones, even the guys interviewing people, we'll get to that in a minute, interviewing Jeff Skinner, they were confusing the poor fucking kid, and during locker clean out. And the other shows are just dumb as fuck. The first show, what's the first show in the morning? I don't know. It's not Chopin Bulldog. It's I don't know, the one at 6 in the morning. These motherfuckers are like, there's no room for an edgy player with that can score goals. Like who's that one kid, like Tom Wilson or whatever. And that's bullshit. And then all of a sudden they're like, but like I'd like a guy like Ryan Callahan. Ryan Callahan scored 9 goals last year. Ryan Callahan at the most scored, I think 23 goals in the season was the most he ever scored. I liked him. But then why would you don't say you don't just get players who can score. That's in any sport, that's going to kill your team. How the Patriots win games, you need role players. How Villanova the 1 year beat North Carolina. North Carolina had too many superstars. Villanova had role players. That's how they won. And they were the massive underdogs. It goes with anything. You were in the military. Now, whether you saw action or what, I don't care. There's role players. You got your fucking marksmen, but you got your guys too. Like, I'm sure there's role players in that sort of association. There's
role players in any sport. Anything that involves teamwork, you got to have your role players.
Exactly. And that's my favorite thing about sports. It's not just like, let's see who's more physically demanding and who's more skillful and skill set and fucking can do it the best. No, it's great because you can learn life lessons from sports. You can you can learn where your role, what role you would like. You just see how roles mesh to a game plan. And you can adapt that to life because every coach comes up with a game plan and then a role player falls within that game plan And you can bring that into life as well, is what I'm trying to get at. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I just been thinking about it all day, and it makes sense. Like, it's just, if you're down in life and you got to rebuild yourself, essentially your franchise, fucking figure out a game plan, figure out where your role is, figure out where the people in your life play a role. And if they don't play a role, get their ass out, clean house. You know what I mean? It reflects on life as well.
And I think I understand what you're saying. The instigators, I think they do a good job at like covering Buffalo sports. Like, honestly, dude, they're not afraid to like take a stab at the Sabres coaching or even the higher level. I love how they just don't give a fuck, and they'll talk bad despite what the fans might think.
Exactly. Hold on, I'm just trying to keep going, buddy. You're doing great. I'm just putting.
But I just wanted to ask. Like, I feel like this is kind of like
sure
the end of the year show. Like, the season's done. It's finally over, and just looking back at it, what the fuck happened?
That's a good question. They brought that up in what they call locker clean out in any sport at the end of the day, when they interviewed the players, and they interviewed Jeff Skinner and pretty much asked the same thing. They're like, you guys had a 10-game win streak. What were the keys of that? And Jeff said there wasn't really anything, in particular that caused that 10-game win streak. And then you could tell in his head he was like, it was definitely me and Jack feeding the puck to each other. But he brought up a good point, saying that he's like, we didn't have control of it at all the whole time. We were lucky. And Andrew Peters said the same thing. When you're in control of the season, when you're in control of the game, or when you're getting lucky. And pretty much that 10-game win streak was all fucking luck. And there was other people saying, who's that other asshole on the Enforcers? I just said his name earlier. He played defense. Jesus Christ. Anyway, he said that he felt that they had, the keys to win and everything, and outpowered people, and they did it. They won it, even though it took overtime and shootouts. But they didn't win. They got lucky. Well, pretty much what was the Sabres all year was just them playing pass with the other guys. They would get it down in the other zone poorly. If they ever got across the blue line, it was right back in the other team's fucking stick. It was, you know what I mean? It was just, I don't know. I have nothing for you for that question. That's a great question.
But there was flashes of, like, I felt like there was flashes of brilliance. Like,
sure.
Even the last two games of the season, like, what happened there? You go up on, what was it, 7-2 the final game? 7-1?
Yeah, against Detroit. We whooped their fucking ass. And it's like,
yeah.
It's like, come on, dog. Like, my YouTube is being not very tubular.
Yeah, where's your frame rate, bro?
Hey, you see that shit?
Yeah, buffering. We're good.
We'll have to figure itself out. But till then, we'll dazzle them with our voices.
But dude, I just don't know. I can't think of like a definitive moment where that 10-game win streak turned into the, I don't know, adverse downside of it, where I think we're on more than a 10-game losing streak at one point towards the end of the season. We had
like a 6 or 7 game goalless streak. Like, we were shut out 6 or 7 times in a row. Oh, hold on, let me do shout outs real quick. What's going on, Mom? Thanks for joining. Larry, Larry Janice, the real group, real club. I forgot, you guys are my favorite wrestlers of the XTCW. Hope everything's going good with your career, brother. Tyler Moore, fuck you. No, I love you. Tracy, what's going on? Uncle John, I love you. You got a boring voice, level up, but you do make sense. Fuck you, Jamie. You sound retarded when you fucking talk, and you look retarded. Your picture, you look like a fucking serial rapist. Okay? I'm just kidding.
But you do make sense.
I do. I know that. I got a boring voice. It's fucking great. What do you want? What do you want, Jimmy? You want me to sound like this? Hey, Chad, welcome to the Joe Show.
Oh, hey, happy Tuesday to you guys.
Yeah, have a happy Tuesday. Tomorrow it's a hump day, and well, thank God the sun's out there tonight or today. And Jamie, start your own podcast and listen to it. Okay, Don't listen to this one anymore. You're banned. I took that a little too personal. I'm sorry. I'm not. You're. He deserved it. I saw that kid take a fucking bat to the back of the head, and live.
So that's what happened to him.
Dude, so many things. We could do a whole episode on things that happened. We grew up with him in Fletcher and Tonawanda, my old stomping ground, and he was just our punching bag. Not on purpose, but like, holy balls, man. This kid was getting, someone left the room. It was probably him. Nah, he's ballsy. He'd stick around.
Oh, he said he's going to golf.
Yeah, so he's still here.
Good sport.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I've known him for going on 20 years now.
I don't know. Was he talking about my voice or your voice?
I believe my voice, but I'm not gonna church it up. I'm gonna talk. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna use my own voice. I mean, I can make it a little sexier if you want, but other than that, that's pretty much that.
You just spend thousands of dollars on like a fucking voice alteration program. He's secretly just so butthurt.
Oh, dude, I know. I just like cry after this show, and you just call me like, "Yo, good show." Oh yeah, man.
You're just like, and that's all for the Joe Show, and I don't hear from you for 6 months.
Yeah, dude. I wish you were here, man. This it flows better, I believe, when you're here. Even YouTube seems to work better when you're here. But nah, it's this is good. This is working. You're gonna. That's all right. All right,
yeah, dude. I don't know. I just feel like it's more the same shit with the Sabres.
Yeah.
It's been like tear down, fucking build it back up, tear the whole thing back down, build it back up, and now tear a little bit down. Just firing the head coach.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do you think that we need to do more than just the head coach, or?
I heard an interesting thing that if they don't make the playoffs this year, maybe it's time to let Botterill go. I don't think so. Look how long we held on to Darcy Regier and Lindy Ruff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like 20 fucking years for both of them. And they had their glory years. They almost went to the Cup a handful of times. They went to the Cup one time in '99, and then we all know what happened. It was a good goal. But we couldn't face the truth. No, they shouldn't change the coaches as much as they do. And I mean, okay, the general managers aren't making smart moves, which I think, honestly, Botterill is. Murray isn't. Murray would get good assets and then just get rid of them.
I feel like they messed up getting rid of LaFontaine, dude.
LaFontaine left. He didn't want to be a part of this. He just wanted to make sure that it stayed afloat till they found someone.
I'm going to get as far away from this train wreck as I can.
Pretty much. Yeah, he just wanted to make sure that they stayed afloat. And,
on the rails.
Oh, quick shout out. Ben Clark, David Day Wolf, and Devin Betts. What's going on, brother? Good to have you on. We're talking hockey. Don't worry, we'll get to AB soon. We'll get to some football. I mean, Devin can get down with some hockey, but we'll get to AB momentarily.
More. I saw Todd McClellan was among like the top prospects for
like immediately, and that's what I was saying. They went to work the day they fired Housley. They went upstairs and called the Pagulas and were like, "This is what we gotta get him now." Because the Kings are looking at him. This one guy on one of the Sabres fan sites took a picture. He's like, "Oh, I'm coming back from Vancouver. What do you think? Oh, you think he's going, or he was going to Vancouver, something like that." Vancouver's looking at him. There's a handful of players that are looking at this guy already.
It turns out McClellan was already coming to Buffalo this weekend for the Frozen Four tournament.
Yep, because his son. Yep, good man. Yep, that's exactly it. And that's gonna look good. So the city's got to be on its best because he's the kind of guy that will get in your face. I mean, he brought the Oilers to the. That's the guy I'm thinking of, right? The Oilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought the Oilers to the Stanley Cup, or to the playoffs. Pretty deep.
1 year.
And the other 2 years, he he didn't trade Taylor Hall. He didn't trade that other amazing player. Sagan, was it? Yeah. That wasn't his choice. You know what I mean? When the GM is like Darcy Regier, you can't win with that. I mean, that's why I think the biggest mistake this franchise ever did was let go of Lindy Ruff. I honestly think that.
I know, dude. I agree with you.
And I think now that Chris Taylor used to be a journeyman, meaning he was in Rochester and in Buffalo, back and forth. You know, he never could find his footing, but he knew the game. And he's the head coach of the Amerks right now. I mean, he's so good down there at developing guys. So I mean, to move him would be kind of dumb, but he'd probably be a good coach. Jay McKee is a coach in the minor leagues right now. That's something to look into. And he was a physical defensive mind, and he could whoop some ass. I mean, these are things to think of. If we can't land McClellan, I mean, I don't even care if we do, because the last time we got the guy I wanted, which was Housley, nothing happened with it. Housley just looked like he was there. He looked like one of the players' dads, and he was just like watching over him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just wasn't. I wasn't pleased with it, and I know I'm gonna regret this as when we get off the air, and there's gonna be more I want to say. Let me think.
McClellan was also with the Sharks before.
Yes. Yep.
And his record with the Sharks was way fucking better, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in just 3 years in Edmonton, and he barely breaks fucking 500. Like, obviously there's something going on with that organization more than just him being the coach.
It is, man. Before they had Connor McDavid, they had like Nugent Hopkins, Taylor Hall, just a handful of good young players, and they still couldn't do anything. And then they bring him in, they finally do good, and then they get rid of, his right and left hand, and they're like, okay, go out there and juggle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. And McDavid's, obviously, if McDavid wants out, and you see how rough he looks and how pissed he looks, something's bad, because McDavid's a good kid. He don't mind, he's a pure athlete. He wants to play hockey wherever he's assigned to play, but he wants out of there. You can see it. So something's going on in Edmonton. And the ownership there, I love the owner there. I mean, he was, what's up, Bill Bush? Thank you for joining. Matt Country Strong, thank you, sir, for joining. We're talking a little bit of hockey. If you got anything, call in. The number is 255-7752, 255-7752. Or you can text the number, or you can write in a comment down below if you got any questions about hockey or want to add to the comment on the Sabres season, or what you think they're going to do. Are they going to re-sign Skinner? Should we trade anybody? And if it is, who would it be? And go ahead, Chad. Sorry to cut you off, buddy.
No, you're good, dude. Just hearing reactions and reading reactions, like on Facebook when the article came up that McClellan was one of the top candidates for coaching. Obviously, everyone's hating on there, like, oh, another mediocre coach.
Right. Yeah, because his number didn't even out to almost like 500%.
It was just above 500.
Yeah, but that's because, like I said,
by like 2 games, I think.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's because of the GMs that he had to deal with. Even in San Jose cleared house when he was coaching there. I mean, he's a great coach. He knows what he's doing. He's get in, get out, business first type of guy. He's not that type of guy where you notice the Sabres have just have been a team that's been 1,000-mile stare bench. That bench that no one's communicating with one another. Like, this is what we should do on the play. Like when we had Thomas Vanek and all them. They're just sitting there looking, waiting. Almost like they're trying to be like trade bait. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do this for me. Let's see what happens. And no, like, we need a real leader, first off. I'm going to start with this. Before we get, I'm going to make a list. So, Jack Eichel, is he captain material? I want your opinion.
Dude, the fact that he has stayed like so true and loyal, and he cares. You can tell he fucking cares. So I gotta say yes. Like, he hasn't wavered at all from the Sabres as a team. He fully owns up to the team's shortcomings, and I don't know. I think he needs a couple more years, maybe. But yeah, I like him as a captain.
Okay. I don't right now. If we're looking to win right now, I think we need
fuck you. I'm right. You're wrong.
I think we need someone over him a year to show him, how to handle things. Because, I mean, granted though, this was a very frustrating year. But he'd just be pissed. He wouldn't try to motivate guys on the bench and shit like that. He would just get mad and not talk to anybody. You know what I mean? He wouldn't. Pominville had to like push him towards center ice and be like, lead the guys in warm-ups, things like that. You know what I mean? He didn't really have a sense of lead, but maybe he will. You know what I mean? He, like you said, he's young. He did, and here's another thing too, though. He can't handle the weight of the team on his shoulders when a captain has to. And I think we need Jack to be able to feel comfortable enough to go off and be Jack Eichel. Because when Jack Eichel plays hockey, like it's phenomenal, and that's what we need him to do. We don't need him to take face-offs. We don't need him to be a captain. I think we need him to develop and then let him be kind of like what they did with Ovechkin. They let him be great, where people were like, this guy's going to be the next Gretzky. And then, he got around the age of 30, and they're like, this guy's been here longer than anyone. He knows the game. He's one of our best players. Let's make him captain. You know what I mean? Let's do it now. I don't think Jack's not going anywhere. We signed him to a 10-year deal. Let's let him play some hockey, and then we'll talk about captaincy. Let's go get a captain. Let's go get a Ryan Callahan. You know what I mean? But go ahead, buddy.
I think he needs mentorship, dude. I mean, you look at the roster. Who does he have?
Nobody. Exactly. That's why I think we need. He had Pominville. You know what I mean? But that's not honestly enough because Pominville gets remember back in the day before we let him go, Pominville, man, I'm playing NHL when this is over. I'm so stoked. I don't know, man. It's just Pominville gets distracted very easily. That's why they tried to make him captain, and it kind of worked, and then he just kind of fluttered away from it again, and they caught him. So, like, I apologize, everyone, for my YouTube. I don't know why the hell this is slowing down. It's my one Acer Google Chrome doesn't work. The little Google Chrome works good, but I'm a bad friend, and I just didn't have this set up right. We'd be better off just holding my phone up.
Dude, it's so weird watching buffering inside of a video that's not buffering.
That sounds like a Devil Wears Prada song, like the whole thing. You just need like a semicolon in there somewhere.
And you got fucking what's the word I'm looking for? You got to shorten everything.
Oh, abbreviate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like some acronyms.
Buffering is like BFRNG.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about turning this off. This is usually my favorite thing. I had it set up perfect. I was like, it's going to be my face and a little bit of the curtain and just the screen. This should work out perfect. And it's not. But, okay, so Jack Eichel, you think we should try to find a captain out there? You know what I mean? Like if we had Steve Ott still, why did we ever let him go?
I don't know.
He would have been a great mentor for Jack. He doesn't have to be the same player. He just has to teach. Leadership is something you can't necessarily. It's not something that are categorized with. Like when it comes down to like he's a sniper, he's a possessor, he's a speedster, he's a playmaker. No, a leader. You can teach leadership. There's people like, oh, you're born a leader. Nah, you can teach leadership. And you can teach it by being like, hey, get your head out of your ass. And then if the guy doesn't want to, then he doesn't want to. It's just a matter of fact if they want to or not. And Jack clearly wants to, but he can't because he's too young. And he's hot-headed as hell. And that's fine in a leader, but he's going to turn into fucking Darth Vader. He's going to Anakin Skywalker this. You know what I mean? We're going to pull him out of a fucking volcano river and fucking have to put him back together. But, and I don't know. So I think we should go out there and try to find, I think our defense is great. I think we should re-sign our defense. That Montour dude is good. So I think keep the defense. I think you're going to see a good, as long as Ristolainen steps up. If they trade him, they trade him. I don't think they should because they got him at a steal. But thank you for the love, everyone, so far. I'll get to the Collins in a minute, to the people who signed in a minute. Defense looks great. Thank you for reminding me of Lawrence Pilot. I think he's phenomenal. We got him for next to nothing and an entry-level contract, so he's a good number 6. And McCabe is probably the most physical guy next to Bogosian. You know what I mean? He's the one.
I love McCabe.
Yeah, I mean, you actually got me into McCabe. I wasn't really for him, but now I kind of am, man, because he can lay it down. Like if there's, he's probably the best open ice hitter in our division. Like he, as a defenseman at least, like he can.
Oh yeah.
He just crushes dudes. So I mean,
we need more of that on the team, dude. We need more guys to sacrifice body, dude. Like,
yeah, we got.
You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a game. Fucking break some glass or something.
Right. No, I feel you. So who do we got? We got Bogo, who's good at clearing guys out in front of the net. Ristolainen, who's good offensively. He just sends the puck in and it pinballs into the net somehow once he's focused. Dahlin, who's a rookie, we'll see where he goes. He does have signs of greatness. Pilot, who's a two-way defender naturally. I mean, it's a well-balanced defense. And who am I missing? We got Bogo, Risto, Dahlin, Pilot, McCabe, and Nelson. I hate Nelson.
Dude, I just want to touch on Dahlin real quick.
Go ahead.
If Dahlin didn't go number 1 overall, and he was just a guy that we signed and there wasn't all this hype around him, would he have gotten half the amount of fucking ice, the fucking time on ice that he got? I feel like they kind of like forced him into it. They force-fed the team. Here's your new star. And I felt like they were highlighting everything that was okay, everything that he did all right, and not enough of this dude's a fucking idiot that gives the puck away all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna disagree with you because I was thinking along the lines of like how you need to give a rookie some rep time. You know what I mean? But think about Lawrence Pilot and the good things he did. No one really gave a shit at all.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the way he came in as a UFA with a entry level contract. The UFA's a unrestricted free agent, and he came here because he wanted to, and no one gave a shit about his level of play and the great things that he did because he can go end to end. He's what's that called, a 200-foot player. Meaning he can go 200 feet no problem. He can go end to end flawlessly with the puck. He was great out there, and they did not capitalize on that enough. I hope we keep him.
I kind of felt like Dahlin was force-fed. Like,
yeah,
here's our number 1 overall pick. Here's the guy that we needed.
You're right. No, I agree. I think he should have spent some time on line 3.
Not only that, I'm not saying he should have spent time on a lower line, but I just felt like he was hyped up way too much.
No, yeah, absolutely. But I definitely think he shouldn't have been line 1 with Risto. But you do have to balance out the line. Who am I missing, buddy? I got Ristolainen, Dahlin, Bogosian, Pilot, McCabe.
Montour.
Oh, Montour, thank you. And Skinner. Or not Skinner. The guy everyone hates. Scandella. Yeah, he's got to go because he has moments of greatness too. But until he started throwing the puck into his own fucking net. So
yeah, dude.
We got to get rid of Scandella so Pilot can play. There could be some value there. I don't know. Oposo, he's not going anywhere. If we cut him, we're going to have to pay him, I think, 2 more years, a third of his contract. That's like $2 million for the next 2 years. We can't afford that with all the young guys we got to bring back. He's going to stay. We're going to ride him out. You know what I mean? He could be a leader. If you remember when he first came here, he was a leader. He came in fucking telling guys, like, I'm going to do this, like, be over there, be ready, do this shit.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, but he tried, and it's because we didn't have the talent.
Yeah. He's the closest thing that Jack has to a mentor.
Right. He's got to show it this year, and maybe it's the coaching. Maybe with the coaching, we'll see that Ristolainen, or that not. Yeah. Maybe we'll see Ristolainen play like he did when he first came in, and maybe we'll. Bogosian, I thought, played a great year of hockey. He played 67 games. which is the most he's played in a long time.
I
got a soft spot in my heart for him.
He's also another very physical one, dude. I just love
Exactly. He's good. Like I said, if I go through the guys, we start with Risto. He's good at he's a good offensive guy. He can clear in front of the net as well, but he gets weak down in the corners. Bogo is good at clearing the net and playing in the corners. Pilot's a 200-foot guy. McCabe is just physical. He gets flustered in the offensive zone, but that'll come with time. And Montour is just another great two-way forward, and Scandella has just lost it. He played great the one night I watched when I was at the Bruins game, but he's just lost it. He doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And Pilot is just, I think they should get him out of there so Pilot can play. And do you think we will sign Jeff Skinner?
I hope so.
I think we will. The Buffalo media was just crushing him with dumb fucking questions. Where even like myself and Jeff were like we're on the same wavelength. He's like, I wonder what Joe's thinking. Yeah. Wait till Joe hears this interview. But they're just like asking him the dumbest shit. And all I'm gonna say is that listen to the interview yourself. WGRZ.com. You can listen to it. Or I'm sure on YouTube. At the very end, he kind of plays around like, yeah, it's certainly going to be a long decision and stuff, but I like the guys and everything like that. But at the very end, he says the next step is figuring out what we're going to do to make this team better. Bam! And then no one said anything about it. And that's what made me, again, be like, curse fucking Buffalo radio. They don't, that was a huge clue right there that he just slipped up and said pretty much he's coming back.
They don't pick up on the cues because it wasn't
asked.
He didn't say that because of a question they asked.
Exactly. And it was the very last thing he said.
If it was, yeah. They
So
didn't pick up on the cue. I think they. But I also want to be cautious and not. If I was a player that just played on a team and I know that the entire fan base wants me to sign, I'm probably going to come off in an interview and try to make it seem as less...
Sure.
The least amount of conspicuous as I can be.
Sure.
And not hint that I'm leaving, more towards what I'm saying.
Right.
But still saying much at all.
Absolutely, dude. But he said, he's like... He comforted me, too, when he said in the beginning, beginning of the interview, he's like, I knew what I was getting into when I... came to this team. I knew the direction that they were taking, and so this is no surprise to me. So, because they asked about, what do you feel about the coaching changing again? And he's like, I knew the team was heading in the direction that they were heading in when I came here. And now, on the Instigators, they were saying, who the hell is that other... Not Peters. Why can't I never remember his damn name? I hate him because he's just... Yeah, I think he always says things like it's the last thing he's ever going to say, like it's very important. But he's like, not Paul Hamilton.
Marty?
Not Marty, the defenseman. Either way.
Not Andrew Peters.
No, I love him. But this guy's like... He's like, we don't sign Jeff Skinner to a 10-year contract for $9 to $10 million because this is the highest scoring goal year he had. He's like, what about the years before that? It's like, dude, yeah, he was a kid. You got to think about development. You got to think about things like that. You got to think about how good is he gonna get? How big of a piece is he gonna be? A $9.5 to $10 million piece worth of piece of this team? Yes, he is. Who else are you gonna go out there and get? You sack of shit.
I agree.
You know what? Yeah, he scored 40 goals on the nose this year, dude. And it's like, yeah, this is the most he's ever scored in 1 year. And he's like, so I would base it off that. No. Don't base it off of the fact that he only scored 20 goals in Carolina. That's fucking Carolina. That was when he was a rookie. That was when he just started. He's growing up. He's primed age now. He's showing nothing but promise.
And there's a chemistry.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
him and Jack Eichel, dude. Like,
yep.
That is undeniable chemistry. Like,
You're absolutely right, my friend.
I'm willing to bet, and I haven't looked at the numbers, but I'm willing to bet that over half of Jeff's goals have been
came from Jack. Yeah. I'll agree with you there. 2/3 of them. I'll put my balls on the line. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you're saying 2/3?
Yeah.
I said half, but
dude,
yeah, I'm willing to bet that too.
Yeah, dude, he was just feeding Skinner, and
I said more than half. So
yeah, we're on the line. I put my balls on the line though. What about you? This is the most compelling radio show out there. Let me get to the people.
Is Chad gonna put his balls on the line or not? Find out next time.
Devin, of course, said go Penguins. What's up, Brett Pollock? Hey, Marcus Hamilton, how's it going? Brett Pollock knows good radio. He's an Anthony Cumia fan, so damn it, if I would have known he was in the room, I would have tried a little harder. But
yeah. I'm unfriending Devin.
What did my uncle send us? I don't want to click us out of the room. I don't know if it'll fuck us up. I'm going to hit it. See what happens. Texas Rangers player. Texas Rangers player celebrates home run by grabbing each other's dicks. Of course my uncle sent me that.
John Paul's like...
Yeah.
He's this like... whole celebration thing is my kind of thing now.
Yeah, he's just like, this is all the news you boys need. Thanks, Uncle John. Fucking asshole. Love you. All right, so but yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Sabres. Goaltending, I mean, they got that one young kid that they drafted. I mean, dude, he's doing a great job. Botterill is at he's surrounded by winning in Michigan. He's a great businessman. Keep Botterill. Don't let him go. They're like, oh, if they don't make the playoffs next year, Botterill should go too. Stop getting rid of fucking everybody. Get rid of coaches if they're not working. Bylsma was abysmal. Like that saying, you can't spell abysmal without Bylsma. That's true. He was awful. Fucking, what's his nuts? The one we just fight. Why can't I think of his name? Help me out here, Chad.
Housley.
Yeah, Housley. Thank you, Phil Housley. He just had a smile on his face all the time. What are you smiling at? What are you smiling at?
There's nothing to smile about.
Exactly. We finished. We have 8% to get the first overall pick, but
yeah.
I think what does it go? It goes 1, 2. We can't take number 3 for some weird fucking reason, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. I think, and then number 8. So, we'll see where that
finishes. Draft lottery is tonight, by the way.
Is it tonight? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I was gonna say it's either tonight or tomorrow. Thank you. The draft is tonight. Do you have a time on that? Is it 7?
8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay. Check it out so we see where the Sabres pick, and then go to the mock drafts. Go check out some of the talent coming in this year. A lot of good American talent, and of course there's a lot of great Canadian talent coming in. So, and I'm sure there's some Swede sleepers, some guys from Sweden that'll be great. And but like he picked us up a goalie that's going to be probably the best goalie by the time he's ready to develop. He's going to be our next Miller, that guy with the long fucking name, Luke Ukkonen Larson or whatever. He's got like 2 last names. He's going to be he's going to be great.
Don't keep Allmark though.
I like Allmark. I say keep him if he's if he's going to go cheap enough for us to be able to sign other the young guys. I think we keep Reinhart, we keep Allmark. Get rid of Hutton unless he stays at that 1.7, you know what I mean, $1 million. That's fine. And keep going with that because Hutton didn't bitch ever, you know what I mean? He wasn't really too loud or nothing like that, so I don't mind him. Let's keep him. And I liked him as a goalie. He did great. He had to face a lot of shots, and he didn't snap and freak out like fucking Robin Leonard. And oh my god! And then that fucking I know his name's fucking Brad something. That asshole that I don't like from the Instigators. He's like, look what happened with Robin Leonard. Obviously, I love structure. Yeah, no shit. Everyone loves structure when it comes to a fucking organization, you asshole. But he's like,
he's so profound.
Dude, he's like, see, when he got sent to the island, he had to cut his hair and shave, and then it's like, dude, shut up, stop blowing Robin Leonard, okay? Everyone loves structure, everyone, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't do great, and like, he was still Robin fucking Leonard. He was a fringe goalie. He wasn't anything to scream and shout about. Yeah, he had to cut his hair, but he needed a fucking job, and the Islanders, as a fan base overall, sucks. They booed John Tavares when he came back. Oh, wah, he left your shitty fucking team. Just like Sean Avery said, every time there's an Islanders-Rangers game, they get out hustled to their seats by Rangers fans. The Rangers fans fill up the fucking Islanders fucking, whatever the fuck that shit Dick Brooklyn Arena is called. The Islanders fans suck. That team should be relocated to, I don't know, fucking give Quebec their team back. And take it away from me. That's what I'm going to do when I play hockey, probably. I'm going to take one. It's tough not being the Sabres, but I'm going to take the New York Islanders and move them to Quebec. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. That brought this show to a screeching halt. But I just hate the Islanders. And remember, like, a couple of years ago, they were beating a couple dudes were beating their women in the stands and shit. Look it up. It's a true story. But, yeah. Fucking, it's just a shit show in the New York. New York doesn't need two teams, and oh my god, and I hate how we're represented too in the media as well. To bring that point back up, because you know how New Jersey considers themselves New York, because the fucking the Jets and the Giants are technically the New Jersey fucking Jets and the New Jersey Giants because of tax. They don't want to pay fucking taxes, even though they're making $300 million fucking at least off their team a year. But it was this one guy on this morning show, and they were talking about the Seattle expansion team for the NHL, and he's using that dumb fucking accent. He's like, "Hey, I got one for you. How's this name sound? The Seattle Slipknots. How's that sound? That sounds pretty. That's intense. Am I right? The Seattle Slipknots." I'm like, oh my god, dude. Everyone thinks this is New York. Everyone hears this shit and thinks it's New York. I hate New York's broadcasting system. I can't stand it.
Oh, dude, I agree.
Syndicate me. I'll blow you. Syndicate us. We will become professional. We stop saying the N-word. What's up, Derek? How you doing, Hut? Hutmeyer's just joined us. So that leads me to let's pay the bills, as they say. I'm going to get to promotion real quick. Danny's Service and Repair on Maple Road. Hut, you know this place. I saw you there one time. Wilson, New York. Check them out. Facebook /DanOnMaple.com. Facebook.com /DanOnMaple. Danny Service and Repair. I've known Dan for a long time. I used to work with him at the hardware store, and then he started his own business in his front yard. Moved out of the garage, built his own pole barn, and he knows everything. From if you got a ticking in your car or electrical problems, this guy will figure it out, and he will do it for a good price. And he's a good friend of mine. He'll be fair. He'll tell you straight up and be honest with you. He won't dick you around and just like most places. And then obviously Lasher Automotive on the corner of Lockport Road and Military Road. Same thing, another automotive place. How long's your dad been in business there, Chad?
My daddy, 20 years.
20 years, and the guy's just done nothing but great performance for vehicles, and I learned a lot there myself because he's cool enough to let us hang out there and watch him work, or let us use a bay to work on one of my shitty 90s vehicles. And
you do talk shit about my dad a lot, but that dude is literally...
He knows his shit, man. We like to pick on him, but we love him. That's why. We pick on all of it. It's just how it goes. You know how it is. But, and then Billy Max, I'm bringing them back into my thing because even though they still owe me like 100 chicken wings, but because we had a deal when I had the studio next door to them. You remember that deal. We'll give you 30 wings a month to, promote us. It's like, yeah, will ya? But I'll still promote them. It's Tuesday, so it's pizza night, party tray for $21.13. Cheese only pizza, 24 slices. $21.13 for a tray. That's pretty badass. Or a large cheese and pepperoni, $13.11. Can't go wrong there. Cheese and pepperoni large, $13.11, or a whole party tray, 24 slices for $21.13. So get a hold of them. They are in Ransomville, New York. Phone number is 791-3107. That is 791-3107. It's 2555 Youngstown Lockport Road, Ransomville, New York, on Route 93. They got the small combo with 6 slices and 10 wings, large for $18.73. Large combo, 12-piece tray, 30 wings for $33.44. Mini pack, which is my personal favorite, honestly. 12-piece tray with 20 wings, $28.89. Great price. And then they got the family packs, 12-piece tray and 50 wings, or 24-piece tray with 25 wings for $40 and 39 cents. Or the super pack. How would you say super pack? Let's hear it, Chad.
Super pack.
Wow, that was like, I'm happy I subcontracted that job out to you. It's 24-piece tray and 50 wings for $51.90. So they're open 7 days a week. Delivery starts at 4 p.m. till 9. I almost said 9 a.m. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And they are open till I believe 10 p.m. every night. So yeah, Billy Max, great show, Billy Max, and I actually want to promote a video game. If you're into, it's a good segue into football. This show is running a little longer than I thought, but I don't give a fuck. This game is for if you, I'm not really a PC kind of gamer, but my brother had he got a fucking like a gaming computer, and I checked out Steam, and I was checking out some of the stuff on there, and download Steam. It's free. Steam, just like, when you're cooking on the stove and steam rises out when you're boiling. STEAM.com. Just download it, and then on there it's called Front Office 8, and you can be a general manager of a football team, any football team in the NFL. You can literally, you can change every aspect of it too. You can change the team's cities, the team's names, colors, outfits, all that stuff. It's $29.99, but you literally go, you break it down from, you can make your own playbook up. You can make each individual play. You get 200 plays per playbook. You make every play, every formation. It's so in depth. It's got film rooms, so you can watch your next opponent's film from their previous game, and you can watch that and set up a game plan, set up the proper personnel. It's so in depth. I had to pick it up myself. I couldn't resist. It's $29.99, and then depending on where you live, the tax. So for us, it comes out to like $32.03, I think it was, and it's just an excellent game. There's still more for me to learn. It's what I'm gonna do after I'm done playing hockey, and I got to do my taxes later at 5. But yeah, it's called Front Office 8. Download Steam if you got a PC or Windows computer, obviously. And it's called Front Office 8 if you download Steam. And it's $30 around. So go for that. I'm telling you got to come over and check it out, brother. Chad, you
I'm gonna have to.
It's sweet, dude. I'll send you, like, it shows you like breakdowns of like incomes and everything like that. It's the most realistic franchise game. The only problem is you can't play it like Madden. It's a simulation based game, but it's phenomenal. So
Dude, I feel like when you're playing Madden or something, you always simulate shit anyways. You're just into the GM aspect of it, so.
That is very true. You know me very well. I almost was going to call and be like, you're on the Joe show, but I could tell it was Mount St. Mary's. It was my doctor. So maybe I should have. I wonder what they were calling for. My appointment's not until Thursday. Oh, shit, I had a test yesterday. I wonder if it came back bad. Dude, you have a tumor the size of your dick, and it's like, no, that's not that. That's not that bad then. It's like, oh no, I mean a real man's wiener. God, this show sucks. What's up, Leah Plasek? I love you, sweetheart. Eric Pearson, I love you, sweetheart. Michael Karmer, I love you. Thanks for joining, everybody. We are now switching over to the football side of the show. Actually, before we get to that, Chad, I want to say something. You know, everyone's doing this thing where like they let retards run for touchdowns and stuff, or they let retards, score a goal, or they give retards a stick and stuff like that. And everyone's like, oh, that's heartfelt. No, it's not. That's ruining the players on the team. That's ruining their let me correct that, not retards, special people. I personally believe that's ruining, people who are trying to at a certain level. It's fine, but not in like the high school or like the college level and stuff like that, where kids are trying to develop careers out of this. What I think is great and heartfelt is like Dirk Nowitzki in the NBA got a standing ovation in an away crowd. He plays for the Dallas Mavericks. I forgot who did it, but a fan requested this from the head coach of the home team, and he grabbed a mic, and everyone in the arena did a standing ovation for Dirk Nowitzki because he's in his 40s. This is likely his last year, and I think that's amazing. When you accomplish something, not given a free hand, just because it's fair, just because. Because then that person's going to think like, well, I've been given free handouts my whole life. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. But, are you with me at all on that? Yeah.
If it's in, like, you're talking about, like, you got this special kid. And
sure. That's a better way to put it.
And all he wants to do is run a football. And I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. That's fine. Holy shit.
Cheers with it, like, I mean, obviously it doesn't count.
Right. That's fine. But once they actually have him on the team, like that one when we covered the story when we first started out, where they let a blind kid play offensive line for the whole season, like he's a part of the team and he's blind, he's going to get hurt. He's going to get somebody hurt. You know what I mean? That's a dangerous position, and that's a position you need eyes in the back of your head to see. You played it yourself. That's something you can't do without eyes. He's going to get somebody hurt. Someone's going to have to be like, should I go easy on him because he's the blind kid? Like, because if I bull rush this guy, it's going to be easy because he's blind, and I'm going to look like the jerk. It's stuff like that I think is preventing people from developing because because everyone's equal, apparently. But
I agree with that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed, man. Like, oh, but how do I tell my kids that there's some things that... What's up, Andrew Davidson? Thanks for joining. How do I tell my kids that do I tell them that there's some things that they can't do? Yes, that's exactly what you do. And that's just... Like you said, there's a difference between Make-A-Wish and stuff, but this...
I'm pretty sure there's different, like... there's different leagues that you can join or different...
Sure, that's great. Like, the Special Olympics itself is meant for that, and that's awesome. And you shouldn't feel bad for that. That's what it's built for, so you can still develop at a proper pace safely.
Be an athlete.
Exactly.
Whatever disabilities you have.
Yeah.
And on the same front, kind of, the fact that now you have men that identify as women now allowed to play.
And they're beating the crap out of women. And that's just like, dude, come on. That's scary, man. That's like, it's just...
This is what we asked for. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Not us, but this is what the world asked for is inclusive.
Hey, it's new. Maybe it'll work itself out, hopefully. I don't know.
Have fucking common sense with it. They talk about common sense gun laws, like...
Yeah. No, you're right.
Common sense fucking... This dude has a penis. He is physically superior to anyone in that entire league. Because it is a women's league.
Yeah.
But he says he's a girl, so we gotta let him play.
Right, now... Let me back you up, because there are girls that could beat our asses, definitely, in these leagues.
Oh,
but
100%,
but this guy trained to be an MMA fighter. So he's just as vicious as any other MMA fighter, and then he's thrown into a division with women where he's naturally built stronger, and he's going to beat... And I thought... When did beating women become not illegal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I identify as a female today, so I'm going to tuck my wiener between my legs and punch Leah in the face when she gets home from Panera. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's fine. I identified as a woman today. It's okay.
If it's in the name of inclusiveness, then it's okay.
I like that. What's that mean?
If you're doing it to be like an advocate for inclusiveness for everyone and gender, I don't even, neutrality?
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I guess. Like net neutrality, I like it. I like it. No, but it makes perfect sense, buddy. So you want to jump to football? I know I was gonna segue us perfectly into football, but I just had to bring that up before I forgot about it.
Well, speaking of retards running in the end zone touchdowns, let's talk about Antonio Brown.
That's perfect. Great segue. Way to save the show, brother. Well, I don't know if you can save this show. That's a lot of work, but great segue. Yeah, so where do you want to start there? I'm going to let you take the lead on this one because you were the one, you were showing me the stuff, and I want you to, I'm going to get the video set up, and yeah, you take the lead, buddy.
I'm going to go back to where I think this all stems from. So obviously everyone knows that Antonio Brown got traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Oakland Raiders. And they got him for next to nothing because Antonio Brown wanted to be traded. He didn't play the last game of the season last year. He openly spoke out against the Steelers in the organization. Didn't like Ben Roethlisberger, blah, blah, blah. He just wanted to go. It was 100% his fucking deal. He got what he wanted. He got his big contract. I think he's making like $30 million guaranteed this year. So he's fucking the most highest paid wide receiver now. But for some reason, he can't get the fuck off of Twitter. He can't get off social media. I think it started when there was rumors of him being traded to the Bills. That night, Ian Rappaport, I think, released some sort of article saying that the Bills were closing on a deal with Antonio Brown. They expected to sign him.
Yeah, it was Ian.
Yeah, Antonio Brown got on his Instagram and posted on this report. It was posted by the NFL, like the official NFL account, and said fake news. So he obviously didn't want to come to Buffalo. He was being petty about it.
What's going on, Oz? Oz joined the show. Thank you, Oz. Thank you for joining. So,
also posted a few other fucking memes since him not going with the Bills and eventually signing with the Raiders. But this Sunday, there was a fan, just a random Steelers fan, that was heckling him, saying that his old fellow teammate, Juju Smith-Schuster, on the Steelers was named the Steelers MVP last year. And this fan posted it and tagged AB in it, wanted to remind him that AB was not the Steelers MVP, but Juju was. Now, you're an NFL player making millions of dollars. You got what you wanted. You got your big contract. And you see a fan of your old team posting about how your old teammate was MVP and not you. He gets on his fucking Twitter account, Instagram, and starts taking stabs at Juju, saying, "Oh, you fumbled the season away in week 15, blah, blah, blah." I don't know if you remember, but Juju fumbled in the last 40 seconds of the game.
Yeah. He did against the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he took full responsibility for it. He felt horrible. He posted on his Twitter the next day that he's going to make sure that never happens again. He's doing whatever he can to get better, and he does not want it to happen. So he's totally, fully owned up to it. So we're like, okay, Antonio Brown, that's kind of weak. That's lame that you're going to bring that up, but
right.
Okay. I don't know why you're still talking about your former teammates. You got this big contract. You're supposed to move on and continue with your new team. Then Juju gets on and just defends himself and says, "I showed nothing but love to him for all the years, and I even felt happy for him when he got his big contract. It's what he wanted, and I just don't understand why he's taking shots at me now. It's crazy how big his ego got when he got that money." And I mean, that's a respectable rebuttal. Like, he didn't name call or nothing. Then AB gets on his Instagram again for whatever reason, he thought it was a good idea to post a screenshot of an old DM from 2015 that Juju had sent him when he was still in college, asking Antonio for help in pointers, how to become a receiver. Antonio assumed that this was an end-all post to burn Juju, but it actually backfired on him. It made Juju look like the most respectable, fucking awesome receiver and a good role model. And it's just insane how he sounds like the next Dennis Rodman, how just clouded his judgment is now. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
So is that where I come in, or?
That's where you comment about how AB is such a bitch.
Okay, so what I got from that so far is that he is pissing not only analysts off, of course, but he's also pissing off, and this is going to be great. This is actually, I think people are, it's good to get mad, it's fine, get mad about it, it's the off season, but dude, it's gonna make for some interesting football. People are looking to rip his fucking head off. And that division he's in has a pretty decent set of safeties that can hit. You know what I mean? They actually have. Oh wait, hold on. Oz has a message. I'm trying to jerk off in the next room. Can you guys keep it down?
Oh, sorry, dude.
This is the show to jerk off to. What are you talking about? But yeah. I mean, there's gonna be people blasting him every time he goes near the ball. You're gonna see Antonio Brown. I'm not gonna say he's gonna wuss out. We're gonna see what Antonio Brown is made of this season because of all this stupid drama shit. Yeah, I don't know where this is coming from. And like I told you before, off the air, off the record, I was like, this is just another example of how you literally don't have to be an intellectual to make millions of dollars in this world. You can be a dumb, whiny piece of shit. Actually, that's what money seems to prefer. That's what people seem to prefer. Yeah. And you know what? He's going to get his karma, and it's going to happen on the fucking gridiron, dude. People are going to be... we got AB's a prick. Steven from Devin. Thank you, Devin. Feel free to add more to that if you would like. Candace Clark joined. Hello, Candace. I miss you. I hope you're doing good. Stephen A. Same thing. Congratulations on the family, man. It's growing. I hope everything's going good there, man. I miss you. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, AB's justice will be rendered on the field, and we're going to see. He's tough. He can take hits, man. He can break tackles, but we're going to see because defensive linemen are going to be chasing him just to get a hit over the fucking center. He's going to tell the coach, he's going to tell John Gruden this year, no in routes. You know, no hitch routes, all streaks and all outs, no comebacks, because someone's going to be waiting there to take his fucking head off. Even if it's Go ahead.
I agree, but I was watching Good Morning Football yesterday, and all this thing, and Antonio Brown, the only analogy that you can make is like he's the ex in a breakup that's still salty and still like holding on to. He's not totally over it yet, so he is taking his social media, taking jabs at his ex. Like that's the best analogy. He's fucking drunk at the Raiders fucking work party right now. His fucking mascara is running down his face, and he's just shit posting on Instagram.
Right.
I fucking hate you. Yeah, it's just a complete fucking joke, dude. And the fact, it just sucks because I know there's so many kids that look up to him just because.
Including Juju at one point?
Yeah, at one point. The funny thing is, Antonio left Juju on fucking red. Didn't reply to him, and he's still a better wide receiver than Antonio now. So.
He is, man.
It's a good thing he didn't reply to him because that's just. There's no fucking need for that shit, especially with he claims to be great with the youth and he's a good role model. Like, he was fucking poisoning his entire legacy right now.
Yes, exactly. Shout out to Josh Boyd and Adam Matthews. Thank you for joining. Yeah, man, he's gonna get his justice out on the field, and we're gonna see, man. Derek Carr's been known to throw balls into traffic, and as it is, and that's fine. That I can't wait to see what AB's made of, and I can't wait to see if he really is as good as he says he is. I mean, he's always been one of my favorite receivers because he hasn't been like this. He hasn't been this loud, and you put it perfect. He's like the drunk fucking texting his ex. Like he's just being bitchy, and like everyone was happy for him that he found a deal with a good coach, and
he should be happy. He can't let it go though.
Exactly. I don't get it, man.
You know what it is? This is the first time in his career that he's ever been portrayed in a negative light. I don't think.
But he did it to himself.
No, I don't think. Yeah, but
that whole Steelers organization's falling apart between Ben Roethlisberger not helping Mason Rudolph and fucking whatever the hell fucking Bell did. Le'Veon Bell just like whatever he's doing. It was probably drugs, and he just never. He knew he couldn't pass a piss test in order to get in there, and he just wanted a year off to fucking hang out and spend some money. Who knows? We all have that. Fuck it, I would.
Even Le'Veon is even defending Juju in this, like taking shots at AB online. Like,
wow.
Who was his replacement? James Conner. Le'Veon
Yes, and he was excellent. Yes, they don't need AB or that whole fucking triple threat with Ben and Brown and Bell. No, you got Connor, Smith, and get Roethlisberger out of there. You got Mason Rudolph, who I think is going to be a good quarterback one day. Let's see what he's made of.
I think Ben Roethlisberger is going to fucking excel from this.
You think so?
Oh yeah, all AB is doing right now is just fueling the Steelers. He is gassing up their tank. They are fucking amped. Ben Roethlisberger even canceled his radio show that he does in Pittsburgh every week. He's like, no, I just want to focus on football.
Wow. See, I'm glad you took the reins on this one, man, because I didn't hear any of this. That's good. So maybe we might see the old Ben Roethlisberger, that rookie who was fucking start ready as soon as he came out of the gates. Fucking, and where the Steelers go, they won every game with him in at quarterback. They went 15-0 as him as a starter his rookie year. So maybe we'll see that Ben Roethlisberger again.
I think the Steelers are coming back with a vengeance, and it's because of AB. Like, they got rid of the right person in that team, dude. They got rid of cancer.
Yep.
And with Le'Veon Bell, like, he wasn't ever bitter. James Conner even said that Le'Veon would text him or message him, call him before games and tell him good luck. Like, he had nothing but love for James Conner. Never wished anything bad on him. Was never bitter. Fucking Le'Veon was doing this thing. Like, so that just sheds even more negative light on AP. And it actually makes Le'Veon look better. Like, if I was on the Raiders, dude, I would not want to play with AB. I would be bummed right now if I was on the Raiders.
Yeah, I agree. 150 million, 1,000%, bro. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty much all I really know about that fact, because I'm staying away from that whole AB thing. You seem to know a lot about it every time we talk to you, and that's good, because I don't, because he's just aggravating the living hell out of me, man. I don't know. Do you got anything else you want to add to the sports world?
There hasn't been much going on in terms of, like, football.
No,
those rugby players coming over.
Yeah, the Dolphins signed that dude from Brazil. Didn't the Bills grab a running back?
Yeah, they grabbed one from England or Britain. I don't know.
That's where Ajayi's from, I believe. I believe Ajayi's from Britain. He's a free agent this year still, too. So with Sue, I mean, there's still a lot of good guys out there. So I mean, there is news that still could be to come, and we will, let people know. But what we got our eyes set on is the draft, and is Kyler Murray going number 1? He shouldn't because of his stupid tiny little face, but he probably will. I don't know. Who knows? Because with them having Josh Rosen and everything, we talked about that the last time we did a show together when you were here. But I mean, yeah. As of right now, in the world of sports, it's a whole wait and see kind of thing. How it always fucking is, but it is. We got to wait for the draft. The free agents at a standstill. What's that, buddy?
I just heard earlier that one baseball player, I think he signed like a 15-year contract worth almost $500 million, like $455 million.
I know Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees signed one years ago for that. Let me look that up. When was this? When did you hear this?
Yesterday or today? I think it was yesterday. But that's just fucking insane, dude. I don't understand how baseball contracts are that.
Oh, dude, baseball players make the most money, I believe, out of anybody, man. They got, depending on what club you're at. I mean, the richest ball club, I think, right now is the Boston Red Sox at, I don't know, was it 20 million or billion? I don't know. They're the highest with the 2. I don't know. It goes the Red Sox, the Yankees, and then I think like the Giants, and then, believe it or not, the Mets. They have a lot of money too, but they are in like 15th, and it's just crazy how rich some of these teams are, man. I think it could have been 22 billion.
Do you think the NFL will ever get up to that caliber of contract? Like,
no, because they have a salary cap and shared revenue where baseball doesn't do that. They don't do shared revenue. Well, they do, but it's a lot smaller, like a lot fucking smaller. It's like a waitress's tip, and but there is no cap room in baseball, so you can just keep getting money. Someone can leave you a will with $50 million in it, and you can put it all to your baseball team's salary. So, let's see. So a baseball player. Do you remember what team?
Dude,
Did you say it was $330 million? That one?
No, it was like $435 million.
Bryce Harper. They're talking about Bryce Harper just signed a 13. His was 13-year deal for $330. Let's see who's the highest paid. Come on, get out of my face with this shit. Wow, Bryce Harper fucking beat out Giancarlo. That's crazy. Oh, wait. Is it Kershaw? Clayton Kershaw?
That's just insane to me.
Do you remember if he was a pitcher or...
Yeah, I'm getting it right now.
Okay. I'm looking up Clayton Kershaw's contract. That's what I think it is, because he's the highest paid per like salary. No, he's only got a 3-year for 93. Are you sure you're not thinking of Bryce Harper? I didn't hear about this. I'll check the Facebook feed to see if anyone knows. Has anyone heard of this baseball player who apparently has signed a dickload of money? What's up, Ken Netto? You're joining us at the ass end of the show. We are out of steam, pretty much, but we're just trying to figure out this baseball player's contract.
Angels outfielder.
Angels in the outfield. Harper then, right? Angels.
12 years, $430 million.
Who the fuck is it? No, it's not Harper. He doesn't play for the Angels.
Hang on.
Trout? Mike Trout?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a great player, but Jesus Christ.
$430 million.
Wow. Why?
Yeah, niggas getting paid.
Holy shit, man. And let it be known now that all the people who have been well, I see right here. All the people who have been mentioned earlier in the sponsorship of the show, they don't sponsor the show. They are not technically affiliated. I am promoting them out of the goodness of my heart. They have nothing to do with the entertainment and the proprietorness of the show. No, pretty much what I'm saying is they have nothing to do with the opinions or the opinions or the jokes made of the show. They have no idea what's going on. I am just promoting them out of the kindness of my heart, and they're my friends, and cross promotion is what cross promotion does. So, but yeah, man, I don't know. I'm all out of stuff to say. Are you good, my friend? And then on that with fucking Mike Trout's how big was it again? $430 million contract. That's insane, man. So we'll wait. We'll be getting a hold of you soon. The public soon. I mean, the draft's coming up. The NHL's draft lottery is tonight, so stay tuned to see where the Sabres pick. They will be 8th or higher. They have Manny Machado. Oh yeah, Machado. He's paid a lot too. But yeah, no, it's Trout, man. $430 million, dude. That is just insane. But thank you, Devin, for hanging out with us on, brother. Thank you all for tuning in whatsoever, whether it's 10 seconds, 10 minutes. I just love all the support we've been getting, and you guys, seriously, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Chad, you got anything else you want to say, my friend?
The NFL just released the preseason schedule for every team, so check that out.
Give that a look. And then tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe Chad said it was, is the NHL lottery. So let's see where the Sabres pick and take a look at the draft pool and see who we can pick up. And maybe we'll talk about it when it happens, and we'll go from there. But until then, for Chad Lashar, I want to thank you, buddy, for joining and helping me out. You did a good job, my friend, and
thanks for having me, brother.
Oh, absolutely, dude, absolutely. For everyone else, this is Joe Tremblay and Chad Lasher. This is another fun episode of Ball Talk. I love you all, and we will see you all later. Peace.
Peace.
I gotta end the video. This is always the most embarrassing part, is trying to end the fucking video. There you go. And okay. Oh yeah, and Spreaker. Oh, did anyone even say anything? No one ever says anything on Spreaker. Let me scroll down.
Facebook is just so much easier.
It really is. We're still live on Spreaker. Did you see the title of this one?
No.
It's called A-BcDeezNutzzzz. I don't know. I thought it was clever.
That's a good one.
Why isn't that letting me? Those guys, hey. But yeah. So